go ahead and go live. Oop. But what are you up to, James? Hmm. Okay, I'm going to swap calls since you all are still just going to discuss tech to support issues. Okay. Let's see. Do we actually have any bronze made yet? We have 4 bronze, quite a few bronze actually. I don't know what the coordination overhead is. I guess that's just because there's multiple of these. You know what? I can actually just make this a long staircase, correct? Which should be a little bit faster. Could also do that over here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that actually does work. It won't be too much faster, but it'll speed it up enough each time that it'll be worth it. Plus, it basically cost me nothing, so... Let's see, 140 bread. That's a lot of bread. Let's go check on the school. I'll probably make a second school soon. Probably both down here. I'll probably move the... I know, because if I move the fire tent... actually... Actually, yeah. Because if I move the fire tender over there... Also, hello, Spuds. Let's see. Where's it at? There it is, fire tender. We're going to move that over there, and then we can build a second school, and we can have one fully just training up occupation types and then the craftsmanship. Also, I am doing good, Spuds. I hope you are also doing good. Actually, we can go ahead and change that. I'll lose out on 10 fuel from not emptying it, but I do not care enough. Here. But yeah, this is the colony I had mentioned in the past, and it is doing quite well. Save for the exorbitant taxation rates. Yeah, the snow started melting over here too. We got like 6 inches over here. But luckily it started to melt. Okay. It's research? Yep. I say this every time I go to build one thing in this, but I really wish they had more things that had a mirrored version, like how some of the housing does. Just so you could, like, set it up to sit out better. New student. Here, we're going to change you to the craftsmanship one. You can train them. We don't have another farmer, so we'll take the can't smell one. I really do hope it does get added. That'd be it's a very nice feature just to be able to mirror things. One other thing I do hope they mess with a bit more, let's see, is with this building specifically, it has a second level entrance, the flag spinner does. And I think playing with more things that have different entrances would be so interesting. Just to have things that like have a second floor entrance or just anything different. I think that could be very interesting to build. To build with, that is. Oh. There they are. I probably should see about making a second one of those at some point. Or like adding a second person, I mean. Do I only need one? I don't know how good that reach is. Here. Water pump. Heating stove. We're gonna see how far the reach of the heating stove is. I can't see until winter at least hits. Hey, that's smog cloud. But we will see, because if I could get that to work out very well, that'd be very nice. Because if I could set these heating stoves up to keep these crops warm all winter, that'd be so nice. Also, I'm still thinking my theory is just correct that trees and flax do not lower fertility at all. Cotton definitely does, but it also seems like wheat might. That is just a theory. Let's see. Okay, they're almost done with that school, so I can throw an artisan in there to craft up artisans. Here, actually, I am going to want to get more craftsmen, so we're going to unassign you. There we go. Now we'll train all these people up to all be craftsmasters. Because I do need, let's see. And then I can train them to be good at this, because I do need at least 4 more craftsmasters. Well, actually, I need like 6 if I wanted to fuel not fuel, supply. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think. Yeah. if we dig this out one more, that should be enough to build the housing I planned to put here. Actually, we'll do 2, yeah. So we can add some decorations to keep people happy. It still will take quite a while to get finished, but... Wait, why don't I just move these closer? Here. There we go. Let's actually just move the mines closer so they don't have to go as far for their job. I feel like that's a much simpler solution than making the path to it easier. Yeah, I had to dig out the giant core to just find copper because there was no good copper islands nearby. Because goes down a total of 10. I've not dug it all out yet, but I have an elevator here for that. But at the bottom is where I finally found copper. And I'd begun digging out. It is a lot of copper too. Actually, let's change the research. Because currently we are working on the tier 2 research. Let's see. Is tier 2 where we get gold bullion? It is. So I might see about getting gold smelting soon. Just being able to make gold bullion would be very nice. For our taxation, that is. Because we need, like, to just meet taxation, we would need, like, 5 every tax period. Still unsure what the coordination overhead is here, because it doesn't tell me. Like, I can't just hover over it and see. But I assume that is just I have more than one research thing, so it takes a little bit longer just for diminishing returns. But yeah, my colony has been going well. Last stream, I had moved my industry over finally to the island that it's on now. Because previously I created so much pollution, it reached over to the other like into everything on the island, and it was very bad for health. There's a few other very nice things that I've been working on. I made this little conveyor belt system for the things that are up here, which is now okay. Let's see. Yeah, because I have it so that it dumps down anything cloth that's made down here. Is this the raw food and stuff? Yeah, this is the stuff that's. Oh, this is the more general storage. That's what this is. Which actually, now that I think about it, okay. Okay. Anything else that goes in here that should not get dumped down yet? Okay, there. I do not see anything, so. Ay, so much food. I cannot wait to get long. I don't have the access to the splitters yet. That is a bronze tier research, I think. I will end up planning to use them. Let's see. Or is it iron? Okay, how am I missing? Oh, there they are. Yep, bronze tier. But when I do get them, it'll be very nice. Because it also will add in things like being able to do just lifts instead. How are you hungry? Oh, wait, could you just not reach the places? That would probably explain it. But currently this big, like... I'm just going to say, like, this gap in the wall. That is currently planned to be out where I put a lot of housing, because I do need just a ton of housing down here. For both the miners, the ore makers, the bread makers, and the smokers. Oh, these are pirates? Ugh. Yeah, we're just gonna throw all the machinery, because we can get a lot of machinery for just like 600 taxation monies. Actually, when is the thing? Okay, we get a smuggler first. Let's see. Wait, let me check in on these. Okay, they're still just working. I'm not sure why that soil there is so fertile looking, because I put that there. That's soil that I built up with the stoneworks. So I don't know why it's so fertile. Yeah. We need so much money. You know what? Let's finally add a second one there. 'Cause apparently they couldn't reach that one. I don't know why. Actually, here. I need to remember in the night now to check that to see how far it reaches. Because actually knowing where it reaches would be very nice, just to know how many I need to plan to build to keep our farms running. One thing in this I'm a bit... One thing I very much think that they should add in this also, other than the more mirrored options for buildings, they need to add in other types of charters. Because I think the fact that you have like a specific charter here would be very interesting if you had multiple charter options, all with certain downsides, upsides, and etc. Yeah, that's a little bit of rope, which is not something I want to just throw away. There. Okay, yeah. Let's just train up more farmers, because I really want to get our bread production really settled. Because currently the hope is to be able to just get rid of all our fishing docks, because while they are nice, they can't be really used on any new foods. Or at least the smokers can't, that is. Like, we can use them to make fish skewers with mushrooms, but I don't really farm mushrooms is the issue there. Meanwhile, I could just, like, make a berry patch and start making things like jam pastries. Which, speaking of which... there it is. Here. We're probably going to want two anyway, so we're going to put one there. Actually, we'll just put one there. We're also going to make a bunch of foraging huts real quick, just to dig up this. Because I really don't want these here. But I think what I'll end up... Yeah, I'll probably end up doing it over here, too. Actually, here. Let's demolish that. Resource extraction, farming. Yep. Because I could... Actually, here. Let's just demolish that one so that's not in the way. And we'll just move these these wood cutters up here so they don't have to move nearly as far. There we go. Also, this is why I very much am an advocate of these very tall islands. They're very nice to build farms on top of. So here is the... I don't know why they were up here to deposit fish. You know, we're going to ban them from accepting fish here if they're going to waste all that time putting it in there. Where are you trying to put it? What? Bruh. You all are very confusing. The fish... Wait. This can't store fish is why. Go put the fish there. So they were putting it in the top because they were allowed to put it there just so they could deposit it in there where it's not supposed to. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I hate these rats. I'm gonna crush them under a rock. Okay. Once again, we're getting a little low on whiskers. Do we get a supply ship next town? Okay, we do. What are they going to complain about? It's the intimidating visages, actually, we need to get rid of. They keep getting scared by them, so they just get... so they just, like, hate me because of it. We'll keep one here. Oh, okay. You're training people to be craftsmen. Here. Apprentice who's educated. Let's just train up some more farmers. I don't know if there's a reason to have a farmer who's like a craftsman. I don't think there is. It's unclear if there is, because I think it just like allows them to take more job types. And it also makes them more demanding. Okay, anyone here? Okay, no one in there is craftsmen's. You are a craftsman. You know, let's stop these two bakeries just so we can retrain these people. Apprentice, apprentice, craftsman, craftsman. We'll take you. There we go. Why are you learning so much faster? Odd. We still just need housing because we are 28 in the hole of housing. We're actually going to gain approval this month. Or this night. I find that very impressive. I could make stone houses, but no. Only 70, but that is like 70 more than I expected to get. So that is quite impressive considering. Actually, I don't really care about these being too optimal. Because right now I'm just worrying about training up more farmers just to get our food production very settled. And soon enough, they should be finished down here, and I can move these farmers all back, or these miners all back, which I can just do partially at least. Okay, what can the smugglers buy for me? You know what? There we go. Just selling a ton of planks is actually probably the best bet, so we can get a lot more bullion, which I think is going to save our butts this tax season. Let's see. I'm sure I'll need a heating stove there. I'll probably need one there. Let's see. How far do these reach? Yep. There they are. Hello, tax ships. We don't need iron ore, actually, at all. We don't need cotton. We're going to want to get at least mean it because we're going to be skipping a lot of shipments in the winter when it comes. So we really need to save up our approval so they don't kill us. Because it's terrible to buy things in the winter. Actually, so detrimental to do that. Okay, let's see what they offer us as rewards. Ooh, an educated person is nice, and they're gifted teacher. The issue is educated I don't really need. Hmm. You know what do you think? Should I randomize or like reroll to see if I can get something better, or should I just stick with these people? Should I gamble or should I stay? No, I cannot. I do not have that kind of approval, man. I'm only going to be taking the apprentices, educated, and craftsmen. Probably not even the educated. Educated is kind of eh. Just because it's only for one job, and I don't need more of that job right this second. You know, in that case, let's reroll. Okay, an apprentice with strong shoulders, which is pretty nice. But there are more people with strong shoulders. One farmer who's rebellious. Let's take them just to save the last reroll thing we have. So much pollution. You know, what is the pollution view actually in this area? Let's see. Oh, only 50s. Frankly, that's actually really right of copper, aren't we? Hardtack. We'll take that stowaway, actually. A free colonist is always nice. We're taking the cheapest one. I don't even care what it is. Okay. That should cover all that layer. They won't technically be getting copper specifically, but I think we already have enough copper. Yeah, we have enough copper to do it. We'll probably actually move the research stations down here at some point too, just so that they're closer to the ingots. And let's just build a bunch of row houses now. Actually, here. You know what? Let's move one of these down here and then just set its radius to be super low so they finish this up. Because since you can't priority assign this, it sucks, but I could probably just do this and they should automatically go do it. Well, not automatically. Well, yeah, automatically, I guess would be the accurate word. But some things I do want to do is probably replace this later on just to speed this up. But I'll have to decide when I do that, because what it'll probably end up being is I'll get to bronze research and do the whisker launcher instead. So just go research steam power just so I can, like, launch them across the ocean. Alright, see ya. Hello. Did you find out the issues? I'm streaming Whiskerwood. Womp womp. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was temporarily. I can't believe you wouldn't trust Rose. When has she ever been wrong? No, but what are you up to? Join my stream to artificially inflate the numbers. Huh? Oh, you just technically can't reach that because of the stairs. No, like being gone. Okay. Now can you mine it? Uh, there we go. And as soon as they mine this up, we should be all good to start building the houses over here that we needed. Okay, there we go. And we can just move you back over here. Set you back to 40 radius and get more houses built down here just so that people are no longer homeless. Because for some reason people don't like being homeless in this. Do like 3. Actually, and do it like this. Actually, I'll probably want to do 2 levels just to really use up this space properly. Because while those do use up the same amount of space, I don't know if they are more efficient. There we go. Actually, let's go completely reorganize this. Let's get rid of those stairs. Logs. Ugh. That's going to be a pain to get more of. Just because we don't make enough logs. Luckily, I'm building more log farms, but... Let's see. When we get up to 8 logs, we can finally get these finished. Let's see. Get some whiskers in a few days. There we go. More craftsmasters. No, let's just keep that normal. Let's see. You're teaching the specialty and you're teaching being craftmasters. Okay. You're gonna learn that specialty. You'll learn it too, and so will you. That is a lot of bread. I forget, what policies do I even have active that's lowering the loyalty so much? Go check. Night construction. That's what it is. Sure, we have plenty of planks. We could just do like this. And this should be good. Impressive we are still gaining loyalty, even though we have like 30,000 homeless people. Actually, here. And if I do like this, can I then just do like this? I think I can. Okay, let's. Okay, let's do it like that. And they should be able to get some decorations down here to stay happy. Which will just be small planters. There we go. How far is it gonna be until our research is finished? Still gonna be a little bit. Yeah, let's just mine up this stone actually up here so that we can put the research stations up here in a bit. Okay, let's get those two craftsmasters into farmers. And him into a farmer too. And train up some more craftsmen and farmers. And let's see, this will be our berry field. Here, let's start the berry field like this. Let's see. Yep, that should be good. There we go. That's a lot of wheat. Now they're finally losing loyalty again. One down here would actually cover everything, it looks like. Yeah. Just one right here, and I think I will actually have my entire farm heated through the winter. Or at least for the most part. I'm not going to get like every single tile, but yeah, I don't have any loyalty, so I can't even recruit a new one. Let's see. Sorry, just looking at something that's on my screen. Let's see. But now we've got tier 2 research. Mhm. Yeah, we're gonna get large warehouses first. You're the one training that, so we're gonna throw you in there to get more farmers. Hmm. You can keep training people up to be that, but you here actually. Let's look at people who have gifted teacher. Do we have anyone in the machinery who is a gifted teacher? There we go. Also, could you go ahead and see about like organizing the mods for Vintage Story this time for later? James? Because there's a few I do want to look into that you might be interested in. Let's go see. What was it? Because we could see about trying out Combat Expanded if you won't, because you've not played with that one before. So we could see about that one. So you can go look at it. But the biggest thing it changes is that it adds like new buttons you can press for weapons, and it also adds more weapons. But I think we're probably gonna end up having the same amount of like the same mods as before. Because I don't think there's any other we would want to add other than like you looking into Medieval Expanded. And also maybe seeing if there's any new mods updated that you'd want to look into, like just in general, on the like page. Okay, what are they researching right now? Large warehouse, that's what it was. See, let's just sell off that iron. Let's sell off the cotton. And actually, that's enough. So we don't need to sell anything else. I think the clothes. We have just been a little bit low on clothing. We don't have any loyalty, so we can't get any new whiskers, which sucks, but eh. James, they did it. They did it. They did it. They killed him. They blew him up. So I'm gonna throw you one other mod. Rook. I'm just looking for something real quick. Let's also add bricklayers this time. Oh yeah, true. Okay. I'll be here. Also add that. To add the Foxy jump scare and the more floor patterns. Okay, what were you training? You're training people to be better construction or better engineers, I mean. So much housing needed. And these are just not getting built because they take so long to move stuff over. Ugh. Still gonna be a while before we finish up those researches. Wait, is it this intimidating visage that's really doing it? I'm gonna keep these because them going across the bridge faster is nice. We'll get rid of that one because it won't do that much. Mm, mm. Oh, I will be back in just a second. Okay, I am back. Thank you for spamming my chat with the emojis. Why'd you do that? I'm gonna kill you. I had to go put my clothes in the washer. Do 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 do. I still hate that I can't like copy and paste warehouse settings. It's so annoying. Okay. This can no longer have berries. Berries will not drop down either. Actually, this one can take the berries. Hmm. Hmm? Mm. Yeah, along with mods that add more weapons, because I know there's like Arsenal is what I think the one I'm thinking of is, but don't hold me to that because I could be remembering the wrong name. Overhaul. It's overhaul, not expanded. Yeah. Hmm. 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 I'm upset how much I slept on schools. These are so nice to have. In my defense, a lot of games it feels like having like a school is like kind of terrible because it like takes so much work just to run at all. Mm. Just use the normal settings we always do. See. Yeah, they still doubt me because they are very upset. Okay, almost done with that research, so that should be done today, actually. Supply ship is in, which I'm just going to refuse because that'll cost too much. How close are they to being done? What are they missing? Do we not have bronze for them, actually? We don't have bronze. Okay. Okay, we're probably gonna need to build another bathhouse. Just because. There it is. Okay, any more places we need to put some railings up? There, there, there. Mm, mhm. Yeah, it's the bronze they need. I don't think they have any bronze at all, do we? We do not. Okay. Here, actually, let's do like this. Okay, now we got large warehouses. Our first Whisker has died. We're gonna go bury him right beside the coal forges. Is it just the miners are all dying right now? How did you die? Is it just... here. Don't want to buy that, but I really need it because I'm low on gears. Okay, let's finish up this day. Getting these belts done will be very nice when they get finished. Just for the free, well, not the free. Don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Just for the ease of all this. easing up all this a bit. Stone, pepper, tea leaves. Rock salt, potash. Thread, fabric. Spices and below. Wait, where's that rope and fabric? Okay, no, it's thread, fabric, spices. Then it's fertilizer down to soap. Okay, wait, no, it's fertilizer below. And everything. Yep, okay, that's correct. Yeah, mild pollution is really doing it for me. That's because all these people hate pollution, oddly enough. How? Okay, no, okay, no, we're gonna perfectly get housing, actually. Oh. I didn't realize I didn't have to pay to upgrade these. That is nice to know. Okay. Okay. But I'm going to end off the stream here. I'm gonna go save. This will be uploaded onto the VODs channel soon enough. And if you enjoy it and get to this point, go check out my channel and follow. And I hope everyone who ends up seeing this has a great day. Bye-bye now.